Welcome everyone. In this session we will see phase control technique of obtaining the variable AC output voltage. So in our previous video we have seen on-off control technique. In the case of phase control technique, in order to explain the phase control technique, here a single phase half wave AC voltage controller or unidirectional controller is considered. So this is known as unidirectional controller or single phase half wave AC voltage controller. That is because if you observe here, there are two different semiconductor devices. One is thyristor and the other one is diode. So only the thyristor is controllable, whereas diode is an uncontrolled device. So you apply a fixed AC. If you observe during positive half cycle, the thyristor T1 is going to conduct and it will carry the current through the load. Whereas during negative half cycle, the current will flow through the load through diode. Okay. So during positive half cycle, thyristor T1 is forward biased and it will conduct whenever the gate is being applied with the pulse. Whereas during negative half cycle, the diode D1 conducts and you don't have any controlling signal for the diode. Okay, this is called as the unidirectional controller. So in the case of phase control technique, you need to connect the power semiconductor device to the load for every cycle of the input. It is not only for few cycles as you have seen in the on-off control, but here you have to connect the semiconductor device to the load for every cycles of the input voltage. So if you observe this waveform, this is the input voltage which is shown half a cycle. You can see that during positive half cycle, the thyristor is being conducted. You can observe the gate pulse here. So until the thyristor is conducting, the output voltage is 0. Once the thyristor starts conducting, assuming the thyristor to be ideal device, the output voltage will be same as that of the input voltage. But if you observe during the negative half cycle, the diode conducts and the diode is not a control device. That is why the entire negative half cycle appears across the load. And whenever the input crosses a 0, the thyristor will automatically turn off. So there is no extra commutation circuit required here. Now let us see what is the RMS value of the output voltage. So we have seen in the case of on-off control, now we will see in the case of phase control. We have to consider one full cycle, and if you observe our thyristor is conducting for 0 to alpha to pi and the diode is conducting from pi to 2 pi. So if we consider one full cycle, our interval will be from alpha to 2 pi. So we will find the expression for RMS value. So this RMS value of output voltage is variable. We'll write it as V0 RMS. For one full cycle it is 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi V0 square, that is instantaneous value, d omega t, this whole thing within the root. Now this output is same as set of the input from the firing angle, that is 1 by 2 pi integral alpha to 2 pi Vm square sin square omega t d omega t, this whole within the root, or you can write it as Vm square by 2 pi integral alpha to 2 pi sin square omega t is 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 d omega t, this whole thing within the root. So we can write this as V0 RMS is equal to Vm square, 2 I take it out, it becomes 4 pi integral alpha to 2 pi 1 minus cos 2 omega t d omega t, this thing within the root. So if I take a root outside for this, it becomes Vm by root 2, Vm by 2, Vm by 2 into root pi, integral of 1 with respect to omega t, it is omega t alpha to 2 pi minus cos 2 omega t is sine 2 omega t by 2 alpha to 2 pi, this whole within the root, or it is Vm by 2 root pi into 2 pi minus alpha minus sine 2 omega t, 2 and the interval is 2 pi, so it becomes sine 4 pi by 2, minus of minus is plus, sine 2 alpha by 2, this within the root. So sine 4 pi, this term is 0, right? So we can write this as V naught RMS is equal to Vm by 2 root pi into 2 pi minus alpha plus sine 2 alpha by 2, this whole thing within the root. Okay, so this is the expression for the output voltage, RMS value of the output voltage in the case of phase control technique. So if you observe here, it's a plot of triggering angle or firing angle alpha versus the RMS value of the output voltage. So if you vary the firing angle from 0 to 180 degree, you can observe that the RMS voltage varies from 100% to 70%. So you cannot have a output voltage which varies less than 70%. So it varies whenever you vary the firing angle from 0 to 180 degree, the maximum output voltage is 100%. The minimum value of the output voltage what you can obtain is 70% of the supply voltage. Lower than that you cannot get. So that is mainly the drawback in this case of the half wave or unidirectional controller. So we will see what is the average value of the output voltage. So the average value of the output voltage is VDC is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral alpha to 2 pi Vm sine omega t d omega t. So we can write this as Vm by 2 pi integral sine omega t is minus cos omega t with the limits alpha to 2 pi, or we can write this as Vm by 2 pi into minus cos 2 pi minus of minus plus cos alpha. So cos 2 pi is 1, so I can write this as Vm by 2 pi into cos alpha minus 1. So this is the average value of the output voltage. So I can observe that the average value of the output voltage also depends on the firing angle, and if when you compare this with the on-off control technique, there your output voltage as well as the output current depends on the duty cycle, that is how many cycles the thyristor is being connected to the load and how many cycles the thyristor is disconnected to the load. But here it is not depending on that, it depends upon the firing angle. So the disadvantage of single phase half wave AC voltage controller or unidirectional controller is, first thing is the firing angle, even though it is varied from 0 to 180 degree, the output voltage minimum value obtained is only 70% of the supply voltage, and the output load voltage will have a DC component because the two halves, that is the positive half output and negative half output, are not symmetrical. Then you will have a DC component, and you will not get a complete control over the output because you have used one diode and one thyristor. So because of that also this particular half wave AC voltage controller is not being used. So what you have to do is you have to go for full wave AC voltage controller, wherein you will have two thyristors instead of one thyristor and one diode. That will give a very good output voltage when compared to a unidirectional controller. So the AC voltage controller is mainly classified depending upon the type of input supply you give, whether it is single phase or whether it is three phase. So if it is single phase, it is a single phase AC voltage controller. If it is three phase, it is three phase AC voltage controller. So this single phase AC voltage controller, if we use two thyristors connected back to back, it is called as full wave. If you have one thyristor and one diode connected back to back, then you call it as half wave. Similar thing applies for three phase as well. So all these are the two techniques, that is on-off control and phase control techniques, which you have used, the way in which you can obtain a variable AC output voltage. So next session we will see the full wave AC voltage controller.